this works. Okay, yeah, so it seems like they pulled the game from the DS and pulled it into what it would look like on the Switch. But it's not like Let's Go. It's more like the traditional DS games. Like it's a lot more faithful than Let's Go even was, which is interesting. It looks kind of weird, but charming, charming in a way as well. Is it safe to say Pokemon's getting back on their feet? Yeah, this is unprecedented. This is insane for all Pokemon fans around the world. It's insane. Yes, it's very faithful to Gen 4, so let's take a look again. Yeah, so so they use the same Chibius sprites. I don't know, it's very charming in a weird way. In a weird way, it's very charming. You know, like I kind of wondered what Sinnoh would have looked like in a more modern style, I guess. But it seems like it's a one for one Diamond and Pearl. Didn't see any platinum stuff. The Starly line is back. So Starly's line was cut in Sword and Shield, and they're back. So what does that mean? Like if you fight, like I don't think this will connect with Sword and Shield, because how can you use Pokemon in this game that aren't even in Sword and Shield? So I don't think they'll be able to connect. We got Knock, or sorry, we got I draw Hattie for clean purposes with the Knock 20. Thank you. Well, it's not Pokemon Sword and Shield. That's true. Yeah, like the art style, it looks pretty. It's interesting. Like it's vibrant. It's not like muddy and with like a bunch of weird textures. Oh, that's the underground. That's the underground. Yo, the underground's back. The underground's back. They didn't cut the underground. This is the underground. So the underground is back. So it seems like it's going to be an extremely faithful recreation of Diamond and Pearl. So now, does that mean that there's nothing about Platinum? You know, I don't know. I'm not sure. So it's in the cave. So you know, like we got backgrounds. It's not like in a void, but this is in a cave, so we have to see what a fight in a building looks like. And they showed a bunch of cut Pokemon here. Like I think Floatzel's cut, Ambipom is cut as well. Kricketune, I believe, is cut. So a bunch of cut Pokemon. So these guys aren't in Sword and Shield. So I don't know how you could connect. Oh, and yo, I don't think there will be any Dynamax. I don't think there will be any Dynamax. It's going to be an extremely faithful recreation of Diamond and Pearl. No Dynamax, no Mega Evolutions either. Overall, looks like Link's Awakening 2019. Yes, yeah, it does, yeah. Oh man. Oof. Yo, we got Meteor Johnson with the 5. Thank you, my dude. They wanted to minimize business risk, so they split up Gen 4 into safe remake and risky new innovations, without saying they messed up Gen 4 plus money. Yeah, I mean, instead of releasing, you know, one major game every couple of years, they could release 2, and they can, you know, recruit a development team outside of the main Game Freak team while they work on something else. So it allows the Pokemon to evolve while still maintaining, you know, the main core Pokemon titles. Very interesting. Very interesting, and it makes sense from a business perspective, honestly. Oh, insane. Harry Printer with the 5, thank you, my dude. You're happy with this traditional 2D style remix followed by ambitious 3D prequel. But hopefully there's some new stuff in the remakes. Yeah. I hope there's some new stuff in the remix as well. It looks like a extremely extremely one-to-one faithful recreation of Diamond and Pearl. That has its pros and cons. Platinum is fixed a lot of stuff about Diamond and Pearl. Diamond and Pearl aren't perfect. Platinum was the go-to Gen 4 experience. So I don't know. But yeah, and you got the statue in the Game Boy games. Or, sorry, the DS games. This looked like it looked like both Palkia and Dalek at the same time. It looks like they tried to recreate the same effect here as well. That's interesting. So Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, Extremely Faithful Recreation, no Dynamax, no Mega Evolutions. Um, yeah, very interesting. And yeah, when you go into battle, you get the full models again, like it was in the old games. Very interesting that it's going back there. Because even with Let's Go, it was chibi for the whole thing. Even in battle, it was still chibi. I'm really excited, yo. Just the fact that there's probably no Dynamax, I'm insanely excited. Holy crap. Just no Dynamax alone. Battle Frontier, right? Yeah, so the Battle Frontier, if it's an extremely faithful, like one-to-one faithful recreation of Diamond and Pearl, there's no Battle Frontier. There's just the Battle Tower. So that's why I'm saying there's pros and cons to that. The definitive Gen 4 Sinnoh experience is Platinum. Will they incorporate Platinum elements? I don't know. They should. They absolutely should. But if they don't, then, you know, that's not great. But man, and they had the Wi-Fi room. There's so much. Holy crap. I think I remember seeing the Wi-Fi room where you connect with other players. You got the lakes. Yeah, here, so this is actually better. This is actually better than Wycom. Ironically enough. If this connects to the internet, how I'm assuming it does, it's actually better than Wycom. This, what, 2000, 2004, 2006 system is better than Sword and Shield system. They released what, 2000? This 2006 system, this system made in 2006 is unironically better than the one they came up with in 2019. Hilarious. They brought back the director of the originals, plus it's not developed by Game Freak. Exactly, right? It's kind of the best of both worlds. Like, it really is the best of both worlds. Like, this is insane. So yeah, we got the Wi-Fi room, and I'm assuming you can just click on your buddy. And maybe you have to put in a code beforehand before they pop up in here. I'm not entirely sure. Or maybe, I don't know. I don't know how that would work, but just being able to click on an avatar of your friend and connect with them without relying on like a janky sticker password system. Much better. Yeah, so you got the underground. You got the full-blown models in battle, which is really, really cool. Yeah. You got the Lucario, the Garchomp. Yeah, so it's the same model, same animations that we've seen for the past couple years, but Sword and Shield walks so LA could run. Real talk. Yo, Pixel with the 5. Thank you, my dude. You hope they don't do Giratina as dirty as Rayquaza or Battle Island. Fingers crossed. Yeah, right. So Giratina, if it's a 1-to-1 faithful recreation, Giratina is just in Turnback Cave. He's just chilling in Turnback Cave. No Distortion World. I don't know if they'll add his form. I don't know if Rotom will have their forms. There's many implications. If it's a 1-to-1 faithful recreation of Diamond and Pearl, there's many implications with that you have to take into consideration. Really, these would be incredible games if they incorporate all the platinum stuff. like a faithful 1-to-1, or sorry, a faithful recreation of Diamond and Pearl with platinum stuff. Easy W. Easy W. Are the models actually scaled? I don't think so. No, they'll be the exact same models as does it show the trainers when they attack? I believe it's the exact same models. Yeah, 'cause you got Dawn in the back. That's a wild Garchomp, by the way. There's no trainer in the back. So that's a wild Garchomp. Is there a wild Garchomp in Diamond and Pearl? Can you run into Garchomp in Diamond and Pearl? You can only run into Gibble? Okay, so seeing a wild Garchomp here, maybe it's not a faithful 1-to-1. I think if it was a 1-to-1, that would be bad for obvious reasons, but faithful is not terrible. Yeah, so it looks like, oh, we got Staraptor back, which is hype. It unfortunately looks like the Brave Bird animation is the same as in Sword and Shield. That's unfortunate. The Sword and Shield Brave Bird animation is one of the weaker ones. It lacks a lot of impact that the older ones used to have. But Gabite in Victory Road. Yeah, Gen 4 we had Gabite. Yeah, so it's a wild Garchomp, right? So there's clearly this potential for some changes. Yeah, Hyper Beam. We could go through all those and see if they're different from Sword and Shield animations. I think they do look a lot different. I guess we'll see that
system are coming and
okay. We'll see the second part. They showed a lot more than I thought they were. Especially for their new ambitious title. Not releasing for over a year. Yeah, Anthony Mason, will it incorporate the expanded Sinnoh Pokedex from Platinum? See, that's the thing, I don't know. If it's a 1-to-1, the Rotom won't have his forms and gear. Man, holy crap. Insane. Insane. Okay, let's keep going here.
Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl games. Remakes of the Pokemon Diamond version and Pokemon Pearl version games, which were released for the Nintendo DS system, are...
Yeah, so even the Pokemon Centers and the Pokemarts are split. So they're not incorporating quality of life stuff from recent titles.
Coming to Nintendo,
which says a lot. So there probably won't be the box nav or whatever it's called, where you have the PC on the go. That's probably not there. I'm assuming they will have the national dex from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, which is up to Arceus, which is 494 Pokemon. I'm assuming, and these won't be able to connect with Sword and Shield. Yeah, Hollow D, and as new information is revealed, perhaps platinum content will be shown. Yes, that is pending. There's no guarantee that there is no platinum content, but it's pending.
Switch.
Sure.
These games
it's not completely grid-based. As you can see, Dawn's walking sideways here, so that's another argument for it not being a 1-to-1. Super hardcore faithful recreation. You got sideways movement. So it's not grid-based. It's not grid-based.
Are coming to Nintendo Switch. These games will be developed by Ilka Inc.
This is insane. This is one of the biggest things in the presentation. Handing this project off to a whole other developer is insane. Insane. Tyson Horton with the 5. Thank you, my dude. This new game, ugly as hell, bro. Congrats on the come up, though. It is different. It's different for sure. I think once we have our hands on it, and we kind of get that Pokemon feel, I think it'll feel very much like Pokemon of old, which will maybe turn off newer fans of Pokemon, but it will just hit the right nostalgia spots for all old Pokemon fans, which is interesting.
Who also worked on Pokemon Home. The project is being directed by Yuichi Ueda of Ilka, as well as Game Freak.
And this is also huge. Having more than one director is insane. So Masuda can't just, inject all his crappy mobile Pokemon ideas. He's got this guy who's a part of this company, a completely different company, they kind of join together, which is a good thing. It's a very good thing. Kind of puts Masuda in check. But then Masuda's there. He's the guy that made the originals, so he can be a good guide.
Junichi Masuda, who was the director for the original Pokemon Diamond version and Pokemon Pearl version games.
Yeah.
Your adventure will take place.
But Masuda did not develop Platinum, right? So I don't know.
In the Sinnoh region, rich in nature and with towering Mount Coronet at its heart, it is a land of many myths.
And the water looks hella clean, by the way. Look at that water.
It's passed down.
What do you
through
mean?
ages.
That looks
Mount
good.
Coronet at its heart, it is a land of.
That looks good. You cannot deny that that looks actually incredible. You cannot deny. This looks good. This looks really good. Wouldn't they have to add some things to make it worth 60? That's the thing, right? Like it's a what? The 15-year-old game. So yeah, maybe they could add entirely new content alongside Platinum stuff. That would be best case scenario.
Myths passed down through the ages.
Yeah, like the art style itself, you would definitely have to get used to, but like especially the characters look real weird.
The sense of scale of
For
the
sure.
original game's towns and routes has been carefully preserved, and you'll be able to travel through familiar locations once again. You'll set out on your journey after choosing either Turtwig, Chimchar, or Piplup
yeah, so
as
the
your
good old
first partner
starters.
Pokemon
Cool.
in these games.
Pikachu. That Dawn model though. That Dawn model. No, and yeah, the Pokemon art scale, like Shinx is freaking massive. Shinx should be half the size. So the scale is the exact same as Sword and Shield. The battles are the exact same as Sword and Shield. Unfortunately, so if you Wailord should be in the game, so Wailord will look exactly like he did in all of the games. Unfortunately, the scale is out of whack. It's the same. Exact same battle system. People are confusing graphics with art style. Yeah. The art style is pretty jarring. But the graphics themselves, like it looks very similar to Let's Go. Very, very similar to Let's Go, which is not necessarily a bad thing. And then we got Sakari Barbara with the 2. Thank you, my dude. Wish the art style had Let's Go polish or lighting. Yeah, it's not as polished for sure, but there might be some differences. And I like how you can see you can see Mount Coronet in the back here, which is really, really cool. Really nice touch. Yeah, it'll be more polished for sure by the time it drops, for sure.
You can enjoy a grand adventure together with all the Pokemon from Pokemon Diamond version and Pokemon Pearl version.
Yeah, so she just said all the Pokemon from Pokemon Diamond version and Pokemon Pearl version, so I'm assuming that encompasses the National Dex. I'm assuming. Radical Soda wanted to see my reaction. What did Radical Soda say? Was he on Twitter?
Newcomers and previous visitors to the Sinnoh region alike can look forward to experiencing.
You got the Berry model. I wonder if they ripped them from Pokemon Masters.
The original Pokemon.
We got the nighttime, so they got the cycle, night-day cycle, good.
Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl stories, freshly recreated for Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, the human characters in the
Diamond
overworld
and
look
Pokemon Pearl
so weird. With like their giant hands.
Freshly.
It's weird in a charming way. I can't put it into words. Weird in a charming way. Wiggly Fungus with the $9.99. Thank you, Wiggly. You're happy about this, but you just want to put out there that you wish Game Freak could work with HAL again, like they did with Stadium for their animations and such. Yeah, I wonder what the deciding factor was to work with ILCH or whatever they're called. I wonder why them, of all people. Is this a business decision or I don't know, right?
Recreated
A lot of speculation around that.
for Nintendo Switch. And Pokemon
You
Pearl
got
stories.
you got footprints in the
recreated-
snow. Not even Sword and Shield had footprints in the snow, and I think even the old DS games had footprints in the snow. So that's technically a step up from Sword and Shield.
Created for Nintendo
Just little attention to detail, things like that.
Switch.
Really happy to see the Underground's back. Will this be online? Will the Underground be online? Huge implications with this. Is there forced experience share? Again, right? So this is again where we come with if it's a one-to-one, then no. Experience share, I believe, was an item in Diamond and Pearl. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it was an item. So then in that case it would be an item, but if it's not one-to-one, then it's a possibility that experience share could be forced. So guys, there's so many pros and cons to whether it's a one-to-one or not. Weird that they went with Chibi with the most muted game in the series. Gonna be weird to see Chibi Cynthia turn into badass Cynthia. Legend hype though. Yeah, it's they're really trying to capture the old DS aesthetic. That's what they're trying to go for. They're trying to modernize the DS aesthetic. They're not modernizing the games per se, they're modernizing the old DS aesthetic, which is a very interesting approach. Very interesting. Yeah, so we got the ledges. We got the Lucas model looking pretty clean. So there, I don't think there'll be any customization. I don't think there'll be any of that. I don't see any mega bands. You know, he's just got the regular bracelet. He's actually throwing the Pokeball. That's nice to see. Good. And why did they cut away there when he threw the Pokeball? What Pokemon was coming out? Or was it just for a dramatic effect? It'll show. Oh, it's a Chimchar. It's a Chimchar. Oh man! Disappointing. The graphic looks like a fan game. I mean, it looks just like Diamond and Pearl on the DS, just on the Switch. So we'll have to wait and see. You've got to say you're quite satisfied. It looks like Pokemon is evolving after all. It may not be perfect, but it's going in the right direction. Right, exactly, yes. This is huge. Pokemon has been stagnating and rotting for years and years now, and now it's all of a sudden, you know, incredibly fresh, incredibly new, incredibly exciting. This is a great time to be a Pokemon fan, all things considered. Magnus94 with a 2, thanks my dude. Game FAQs is hating both remakes and legends. Really? What are they saying? Just the fact that Pokemon is not the exact same is actually huge. So I mean, that alone is incredible. I guess I'll do my final thoughts on Diamond Pearl. So interesting approach. Huge that it's a different company. Huge that it's more than one director. Lots of questions. Oh, what is going on? Phone's going insane. Lots of questions. You know, is it a one-to-one? Is it including platinum? The quality of the games is dependent on that for sure. On whether it includes platinum content and whether it includes content outside of Platinum, Diamond, and Pearl. So it depends. Okay, so we had Shining Goodra with a 5. Thank you, my dude. Don't get me wrong, the game looks good and the environments are cool, but they look like little Lego Duplo people, which is disappointing. Yeah, I mean, it was either what we got or Sword and Shield, so I mean, at that point it's pick your poison, right? But again, like, I think once we get our hands on it, I think it'll be nostalgic in a good way. You think it's cute? Oh, sorry. So Pashed Out with a 2. Thank you, my dude. Pashed Out thinks it's cute. He likes the art style a lot. Yeah, it's literally just putting the DS game on the Switch. That's what they're doing. So it looks very similar to that. It's been so long since it's been like that. It's jarring to people. But I mean, that's literally what like black and white and stuff look like too, right? Just instead of pixels, instead of like the pixel art, it's 3D models. That's probably why people find it so jarring. Instead of the pixel art with the chibi style, it's 3D models. So maybe if they did like if they did an Octopath Traveler sort of style with these remakes, maybe that would have been more well received. Yeah, I think people are having an issue with the 3D models in the chibi style instead of the pixel art. That's where it's catching people off guard. Yeah, the battles are the exact same as Sword and Shield, no scaled models, exact same animations. So a little disappointing in that regard, but there's probably no Dynamax, which is incredibly exciting. I can't put into words how excited I am that there will be no Dynamax. Most likely. Get ready for the only 2 fire types in the entire game from Jabraxis. Yeah, right. Which is not a good thing. It's not a good thing. I totally admit that. All right, so I think that's it for Diamond and Pearl for now. I'll be making videos on it with more in-depth thoughts once I sit down and think about it more. But those are my initial thoughts. I think it looks pretty good. Yes, the 3D models instead of the pixel art with the chibi style is jarring for sure, but it looks pretty good. It doesn't look like complete doo-doo. It doesn't look like complete doo-doo.